Well, guys, here we are celebrating the achievements of our job with Emeka and Ken. This time around, Jonathan is so happy and Bennett is also happy, but we have someone who was not happy. But after hearing the plans of Jonathan, she was very happy. Guys, the series is getting more and more interesting. Go and watch the series at Mr ALOY channel. It's called Most Scary Marriage, or call it When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare. We ended when Jonathan was given a job, and here we are celebrating with Emeka and Ken. Sometimes I ask myself, how did Ken end up having friends like Emeka as well as Jonathan? Because his thinking capacity is way beyond the two people. But as they say that sometimes you have to be with people to understand their mindset and what they think for the future of themselves. As we see, the two, Jonathan and Emeka, they think that they are the most wise men, but I'm sure they're the most worst stupid men. Guys, Jonathan got a job in Hanks's company, of which of logistic manager, and he is here celebrating with Emeka and Ken. This is when Emeka asked him, where did you find a job, Jonathan? Jonathan said in Hanks's company, and it's Clara who spoke for on behalf of me to Hanks, and Hanks gave me a job. And Ken was perturbed and said, what? Maybe she is insane. She said, no, she's not insane. I have to work and take care of my family. Ken is like, yes, that's good if that's what you have decided. But I will tell you this thing. That man is a good man. But if you have any intention of doing anything to him, maybe you might lose everything. Either you might lose both sides. Which are the both sides he is going to lose? We will be knowing. But I'll give my point of view on this issue. But Jonathan is like, I don't mind this one. Look at this one. Is it bad for someone to get a job from the ex of her wife? And Emeka is like, you enjoy. Let us enjoy it. Celebrate this, so that everything goes well. No, Ken warned Jonathan and told him that you have to be careful. That man has a good heart. That man has good intention on your family. But if you ruin it, you will ruin both. What would be his meaning of this? Sometimes they say a word for a wise is always enough for a wise to understand. One word for a wise is always enough for someone to understand. But you cannot make a jealous man with the pride and ego to understand the good side of what he has. Trust me. And you cannot make such a man like Jonathan to understand or to make him critically realize what mistake he is about to do in the future. Yeah. We understand, Jonathan, you might not having any slight interest in that job, but rather having your revenge. But sometimes you have to use your brain. Now Jonathan's brain is damaged with negative thoughts, with the revenge over Hanks. People who are surrounded them, only Ken is giving him the right advice to do, but others, they are always fighting. They are fighting to see that their marriage does not work. Let me ask myself, I think that Emeka and Debbie, they might be husband and wife, if I'm not mistaken. Or they have friends who want their friends to be like them, not married, not stable financially, not even having anything concerning stable relationship, which means they might be not happy. But I do salute Ken that he speaks his mind, so that when time comes that Jonathan is regretting, he will not be blamed. You have done your job, Mr. Ken. Yes, you advised Jonathan in the right way, but because of his pride and jealousy and stupidity, he is going to go on with his plans, and he forgets that this young man has made him who he is. And forgets that he also needs Mr. Hanks. He might think that he's avenging on Mr. Hanks, but he is going to end up losing both wife, child, and Hanks too. Because after all, if he doesn't give him the job, it means he is gone. So guys, we are at the series called the Most Scary Marriage, or call it When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare, episode 14 at Mr. ALOY channel. Go and watch the channel, the series, and come back. Tell me, what do you think about this thing of the advice of Ken? Do you think that Ken should leave Jonathan alone, since when you try so much to pull someone from the pit and he is not trying to help himself? I don't think that you have to let him go. You have to still help him. No. Such men like Jonathan, you leave them. You are helping them, but they feel like the pit is the right place for them to stay. Yes. Guys, I send greetings to you all. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, my new subscribers. For my oldest subscribers, thanks for always saying here. My returning subscriber, thanks for returning back and watch my videos. I do really appreciate, and don't take this for granted. Your support has been a great thing in my journey of growing, and I do really appreciate those who like, comment. May God bless you. I send the greetings to you all, Jamaican people, Zimbabwean people, Ghanaian people, Nigerian people, the people from East Africa, that's Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania, plus Rwanda, as well as Sudan, and the people from South Africa, people from North America, South America, and people from Canada, and people from the Gulf. I do really appreciate you all. So guys, as we all know that it was Benny's idea towards her mom to provide a job for her father. Benny is very happy. He hugged her mother and said, "Mother, thank you." And the mother is like, "Oh, my girl is very happy. What is her happiness?" This time around, Benny said, "Mother, my dad called me and he said he has a job. He has told me everything. Thank you, mommy." And the mother is like, "My dear, that's what I could do. But please, I just hope things go okay." As he is also, he promised, "I just hope he does not do anything there. I just hope he does what he went to do than fighting there." And the daughter is like, "Mom, you don't trust him all again?" And she's like, "I do trust him, but the problem is you cannot trust someone 100%, especially when you have had wrangles with him." And Benny is like, "Oh, now for the first time, I'm the one who supports daddy." Every child would be happy to see that his father has got a job, and he is all her mind is telling her that at least if my father has a job, I will be having everything I need, the necessary needs I need. Maybe we'll go back to the good life we used to go, of not struggling out. As for Benny, I do understand. Yeah, every child would be happy for her parents to be doing well and to be financially stable. I do really appreciate it. But sometimes the people we tend to fight for to be financially stable, they can shame us. They can make us to be ashamed. How? I don't I think Clara was also right, because if you have ever seen someone who has changed in just a blink of an eye because of the problems surrounding him, you cannot trust such a person in someone's hands or in someone's job. So if Clara says that if she thinks, she hopes that Jonathan does the best for himself, I don't really understand. Jonathan is the person who is jealous, who is even Jonathan is the person who is jealous. Jonathan is the person who does not even mind about others. Jonathan is the person who has carried pride over herself, over her predicaments. Guys, there are things we do. I just hope that some people, they should understand that stupidity is sometimes is a disease. Jealousy is a disease which can kill you. If Jonathan puts her down, he's jealous, maybe things would be changing. Things would be on his side. But no, he doesn't accept that he is down. And I feel sorry for Clara that every day he's going to receive things or news, bad news from Hanks's side, because her man is carried away with jealousy, with hunger, hatred, bias, everything on him. A man who cannot reason for himself is very dangerous to change his mindset out of the blackmail out of the negative thoughts he has on him. A man who has jealousy and pride, is not easy for him to fight for his loved one. Always he will go with the people who support his negative issue. Positive things are not of his type. Trust me or not. Guys, as I said, we are at the series called the Most Scary Marriage. Call it When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare. If you have not watched this series, go to Mr ALOY channel. You will find it from episode 1 to episode 15, which we are on now. Here we do reviews and recaps on different African movies, and this time around, as I said, we are at the series called the Most Scary Marriage. Benny's happiness is always every child's happiness. We can agree or not. When a child sees his parents being stable in finance, she is always happy, and she has hopes for everything she has been dreaming for to be given to him. Here we come when Madame Debbie meets Jonathan. Madame Debbie says, how can you stoop too low? How can you be so stupid? How can you be so barbaric that you accepted a job from Mr. Hanks? Are you crazy? Are you stupid? How can such words come from a woman to her friend, his husband? How can you abuse someone's husband just like that because of your motives around their marriage? And the gang say, how can you accept all those insults from such a woman who has never been married, my dear? Debbie said that you are very stupid to accept a job from Hanks, but she cannot even help you with ordinary 1,000 naira, and you are here also putting your mouth and listening to such a woman who has not got sense at all. A woman who, how do you call it? A woman who is taking you like you are nothing. And Hank says, like, I'm not stupid. I got a job from Hanks. I know what I'm doing. I'm not stupid. And I have my plans. And Debbie's like, what plans do you have? He said, I cannot kill Hanks with me. But because I don't have money. But I can kill Hanks with with the inner part of him. How? And he's told him his plans. Yes, this is what Debbie wants. He said he's going to learn his life after knowing the business and the things, how business are running. He is going to run his life. And Debbie's like, this is what I want. I thought that you are stupid. I thought that you got a job without a plan. But if you are planning that, then I am solidly behind you. Guys, no one will support you to do evil if really this person has good intentions for you, or if this person is happy for your progression. Such advices are given to by people who are very jealous and unhappy about our progress. Yes, trust me or not. These are the advice they give, like that of Debbie. They are always happy to see us when we are not happy, when we are sad, crying, wailing in tears, wailing in pain. These are their happiness. That's why Debbie and Emeka, they are trying so much to see that Ken and Emeka, they do, Jonathan and Emeka and Clara, they do separate. Because if I'm a friend of Clara, if I was Debbie, I would have spoken such words to my friend's husband. First of all, accepting his plans, and we take them. Wow. We are living in a world or in places where your enemies are the people who are besides you. You are holding even their hand so that they cannot fall. But for them, their heart is already fallen, and they can do anything to see that they keep their heart. And this is what Jonathan is doing, Debbie is doing. Debbie is ready to fight until Jonathan is down with Clara. Let's be very careful. Just imagine a woman advising a man instead of a man advising a woman. Jonathan, be careful, otherwise you might bite the finger that might have fed you. You might cause the sin, something which might lead you into imprisonment. Don't think that Hux is stupid. You have your plans, but he has all his plans too. Guys, go and watch the movie. I love the movie. Wow. God bless you. Let's meet in a new video. Let's celebrate each other's victory. Let's celebrate people when they achieve something. But Debbie, instead of celebrating Jonathan, she is busy throwing insults on him, making him to look like he's stupid to accept a job. But the person who is making Jonathan to be stupid, she has never helped the family, even with the 1 naira.